Oh, it's the tarot dad. Hey, it's the tarot dad. Tarot dad. Yeah, the tarot dad. It is your tarot dad. We are back. It's another daily card pull. Let's see what's in store for us today. Let's see what should be our food for thought. What can we be mulling over? What can we be thinking about as humans? All right, searching up here at the top. Feeling a top pull. Okay. All right. I get it. I think there are so many cards in this deck. And still, here we are, re-pulling cards. Really, this feels like telling a story. What we're pulling here today is the 10 of Cups. Again, our cards are telling us a story. We are living a story every day, right? So that's something that's fun. One of the important pieces that I am getting told by this card is, like, we are all the main character in this story. Every person in this vision that we see here in this 10 of Cups is their own person living their own story as a part of other folks' stories, right? This is probably a family. We can kind of see the matching colors of clothes, which is something that we didn't touch on last time, right? That there is kind of a smaller embodiment of each of these folks. That's an interesting piece on it, but ultimately this card is just about coming together. This card is very much about bringing the full picture of the human experience and the enrichment that comes from adjoining those experiences. Can be easy for us just to see this as a picture, right? We can see this as one big representation of one big thing, but what the 10 of Cups tells me, having this row of cups all kind of crammed in together, creating this beautiful rainbow, is very much about the individuality of each of those and the connection and combination of each of those, right? The bringing together of many different things, many different cups, many different emotions, many different feelings, and things that do filling up and things that do sustaining for others, right? Cups are very intuitive in that way, and that is like quite literally what is in the cup can do so much. Right? It can be there. It can help grow other things. It can help sustain. It can help take away. Sometimes it can help fill others up. It can be full itself all the way to the brim. It can spill over on into other things. Right? There's a lot of stuff that can go on within these emotions, within these feelings, and this conjoining of what feels like a very clean all of them, right? 10, 1 to 10. How are you going to rate this thing, right? Like, this is the kind of full spectrum of emotions, and also kind of keyed in on that spectrum piece is the rainbow and how beautiful all of it is when it comes together. So that togetherness is not to take away from the individuality of each also, right? There is a story in each of these people. For the younger ones, probably less written now, right? It is just beginning. Part of that is the conjoining of these four, right? That is a big part of their story. That's a big part of all of their story. But again, each one their own main character and their own story. So it's important for us. I think there's a lot of empathy in this card. I think there's a lot of kind of zooming out and seeing the bigger picture here. These are all relatively faceless folks. So I just think that is something to consider as we're going into our day today. That we want to think about what is the medley, right? How does that come together? Does the medley still work if these folks are off individually on their own? Yeah, because they're all still part of each other's story, right? But it is this beautiful rainbow-like celebratory picture when they come together. What I want us to consider is, what is the beauty that gets produced when there is more than just us? What is the beauty that gets produced when we do quite literally come together to celebrate the beauty, to celebrate the natural beauty that's there, to celebrate the family unit? Let's think about like what family means. Let's get creative with that meaning, because we all know that we have actual family and chosen family who are also actual family, right? We have blood family, I should say, and we have chosen family, both still family, both capable of producing a huge spectrum of colors and emotions and cups and things that do filling and things that do spilling over, right? I want us to consider what it could mean for each person in this picture to not have the others in the picture, to even take one out of the picture. What are we left with? I do think that's an important thing for us to be thinking about, right? Who are the folks that we want to join together with? Who are the folks that we want to create the beautiful medley with? Do we have a choice, right? Is it all folks that we're creating the medley with? Is that the point here, right? Is it the point that we're bringing together so many different points of view and emotions and feelings and things that are doing sustaining and things that are doing spilling over, right? I think so, for me personally, but it's just something that I want us to consider as we're going through our day today. It is really funny how many repulls we're having, and all centered around cups. I think this is a very emotional time. I think this is one that is a lot of folks are filled with a lot of different feelings, and what a beautiful experience it is to celebrate all of those feelings, right? To look at it from each cup's perspective, to bring it all together and celebrate that we are human, that we do feel, that we do have loud feelings and we do have quiet feelings, and we do have the wide spectrum that makes such a beautiful thing when brought together, and when held up with one another. So just something for us to consider as we're going through today. I appreciate you guys as always showing up here and doing the work, thinking about oneself and thinking about what it could mean for your life and every day that you're living. And I'm looking forward to doing more. Tarot Dad is out.